I cannot believe that I am here in Costa Rica. So I'm gonna share with you in this video a snapshot of my vision framework, and I did a deep dive on it on my blog and show on 2021, a year ahead. And you can definitely dive in on the blog, on the show with a lot more detail. This is just gonna give you a glimpse and a snapshot. So part one for the vision framework is what I call the 7 steps to success. So it's as simple as outlining spiritual, mental, emotional, relational, playful, physical, and financial, and 1 to 3 items in each area, okay? And casting that vision for the year ahead and seeing, for those of you that are more advanced in this, seeing if it aligns to your 5-year, 7-year life legacy goals, okay? An example of that is my 7 continents travel from 21 through 22. An example of that is my super focus goal, which you can read all about with the daily, weekly, and monthly in detail. But in essence, it's I'm creating a life, business, and community I love, and I am receiving 3,000 to 25,000 daily to weekly to monthly, and I am DAP, I am supervisor, I am world team, and that ties to my stretch goal for the year. The cat just ran by. So that's part 1. Part 2 is segmenting a little bit deeper with the financial. And so, side note, clearly some of you already noticed, I've gotten really red here. I put on sunscreen, you guys, like 2 or 3 times. And shout out to Herbalife. But the sun in Costa Rica, this is my 2nd time here, is a bit stronger. So on part 2 of the framework, just to give you guys a quick glimpse, but again, go into that 7 steps is really easy to follow from this video, but if you want to go more in depth with this activity, I highly recommend go to the blog, read it, or to the show, etc. It's fitlifecreation.com, and the show is Create with Katrina Julia. So part 2 of the framework, which includes and encompasses creating a life and business and community you love, focuses on financial and relational as a part 2, because relational I talked about earlier as well in the 7 steps from the aspect of love. So in part 2, it covers in community and finances and things like top 3 priorities. So what are your top 3 priorities? Mine include community with sources, proposing, and scaling, creators with courses and management, and creatives with media, series, and books, and closing 3 to 7 daily to weekly to monthly on each. And then creation and execution goes into launches and focus, community and travel and retreats, course and summit, and influencer management, lifestyle brand that I'll be creating. It's already in process, and a retreat course, and scaling with automation and delegation. And I dive into in depth with what I call my Create 7. Just to give you guys a glimpse, the Create 7 includes launches, community, and what type of community you want to create with, then media, clearing, because it's so key to not just create, but to clear. Clear your phone, clear your computer, clear your camera, okay? Then scaling, and I have a great blog and show on this, you guys, on automating and scaling like a boss. And along those lines, online creations and projects, and being very mindful of what you're creating and marketing for the year, and how you're tracking results with like lead sources, proposals, our posts, our launches, our online, and where your return on investment is coming from. And in that post on both the blog and on the show, I also include hyperlinks to tons of resources like the 2020 vision, like 7 ways to win the day as an entrepreneur, and much, much more. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, as I always share on the blog and on the show, and you're gonna hear this over and over and over on my channel, create, transform, and inspire, because you are born to.